that is a high number of creatures in the deck. Angel, Splicer, Snap, Delver, Geist.
I see. He has a few less cantrips, only 7 cantrips as opposed to like 9 cantrips like we often see in these lists. Only 2 swords as opposed to what we might see 3 in a list like this. And only 2 removal in the form of Dismember instead of more.
Yeah. On the side of John Pennick, we have 16 creature Delver, Delver, Snapcaster, Geist, and Talrand. So like the spot that was originally Restoration Angel, he's made into all Talrands. We're still running Scour, Ponder, Probe, Misstep, Gutshot, Vapor Snag, Mana Leak, no equipment. He has 1 of Sleep in the deck.
I love Sleep. Sleep is amazing.
Sleep's a very strong card. What's interesting, what I'm noticing about a lot of our Delver decks is we really aren't seeing much equipment.
So we see basically a blue-white Delver semi-mirror.
Yeah.
It's a fight of Talrand versus Restoration Angel.
Yeah, this is one of the things I was really excited about seeing about like these different takes on Delver and kind of seeing how they match up. You know, Talrand is a really exciting card.
I know that John Pennick here, he has 3 Cavern of Souls main. His opponent, 0 Cavern of Souls. Shane Bottomer with 0.
Yeah, we are in game 3 here, so Mana Leaks might not be... There might not be as many Mana Leaks running around. Shane does have Gutshots in his board. They're almost certainly in. Outside of that, maybe not too much out of Shane.
Shane down to 6 cards.
Round 4 of 10 here, so still a long ways to go today.
Metamorph is a possibility for Shane.
Now, Pennick has a full set of images in his own board too.
And I think he's going to bring those in. He's fighting against Blade Splicer and he's fighting against Geist.
Yeah, I see no reason he wouldn't bring in all of them. Shane only has 2 Metamorphs, no images. He does play 19 main deck creatures, so it seems kind of unlikely that he'd be able to have that many images in his deck. He doesn't have any, but...
Shane to 5. And John with a smile.
A little bit. I mean, Delver is still the... Remember, Delver is still the style of deck where, like, mauling to 5's not dead.
I mean, it's not good either.
No, it's not good, but you can still Delver draw people.
Oh, absolutely.
If Pennick, the bigger worry is if Pennick is sitting on a double Gutshot hand, Shane's really in trouble, actually.
Yeah, I lost, I guess, like 2 nights ago in an 8-man in the finals to a Delver list that mulled to 4. And they just cast 4 Mana Leaks against me. I was playing Delver as well that match, and he wrote to me before he countered my last spell. He's like, I don't think you're going to like this one. And
so you already knew it was happening.
The 4th Mana Leak.
So Shane leads off on Plains. That to me indicates that Shane did not have any other lands. It looks like he just drew that Seachrome Coast. He's playing 5 Plains.
5 Plains is
That's
a
lot of Plains. And he made it to 3. No plays, but on your mulls, that's essentially what you want, is play things like that.
5 Plains. I don't know about that.
He's going to play Ambush Viper. You know, and John
Ashcote Bear.
Ashcote Bear, yeah. John does not have a 3rd land. So he's going to knock Shane to 18. Sean's hand full of good cards, but no lands in it. This could be an opening for Shane. And he'll play Timely Reinforcements.
Wow.
It's really strong. Yeah, John is going to Vapor Snag his own Snapcaster. So Shane will still... John goes to 19. Shane will still go up to 24, but no creatures.
In some ways, John is just kind of happy to see that happen.
I mean, yeah, John still needs the land. It's actually like, he could easily lose this game if he doesn't hit lands.
Oh, absolutely. Wow, no land again.
Alright, he has both cards here, but looking at both ends, he could... Yeah, I don't see much of a play. He's gonna just play as another Snapcaster. Okay, it didn't flip. Good, a little bit of a reprieve there for John. And Sword of War and
Oh
Peace comes
my
on the
gosh.
chain. John with no white
That's
mana and no
terrible.
answer to that. All right, third land for Pennick, but he still has no white mana. He'll swing.
Third land though, island, no white, not
Pass
great.
back. Still no flip on the Delver, but with all these cards
boy,
and
fifth land for Shane.
the biggest
so
thing
good.
is like this sword, so it's equipped. He's gonna have to snag. He'll attack.
And it comes-
'cause Pennick can't let that hit him. So he'll snap
Oh,
the
that is
snag.
a very, very ambitious.
Does Shane have the mana?
Ambitious Snapcaster.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have another choice in the matter, I don't think.
Does he not have another Vapor Snag in hand? Did you say? Okay, mana leak for that. There is the Vapor Snag in hand.
Yep, so it's good to go for that first. Snag.
There we go.
All right.
Your line is very correct. It's Snapcaster first. And back comes the Delver, recreating the problem of yesterday.
The question is whether that was better or worse than letting the Snapcaster resolve and leaking the snag. And then eating the Snapcaster. I think it's all... No, this is better, because then you get rid of both.
The question, one of the questions John might be asking himself here, because I see a Gitaxian Probe, is life or not? A lot of people automatically spend 2 life on every Gitaxian Probe, but it is actually a question.
It is. The correct answer is usually to pay the life, just because
Yeah.
the deck has so many live top decks
Usually.
that require that land. That,
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. Usually, but not always. I mean, that usually part.
correct.
What's he thinking about here? Snapcaster number 3, Vapor Snag?
Does he have? So he's gonna
Gitaxian Probe to do some planning.
Yeah.
2 life.
Shane has a Vapor Snag and a question mark.
I think
Or
that's
it's
it.
just a Vapor Snag.
I mean, he did mulligan quite a bit.
That's true. We have a mental misstep now from John. So that Vapor Snag, so essentially Shane has no cards in hand. John just has to answer this Delver, Haunt, and Sword. You know, that's all.
Just. We see an image on Snapcaster targeting Vapor Snag in his yard to Vapor Snag the Delver.
Yep. The problem is that Shane's at 19. This isn't exactly... John needs to get some business. Alright, so... And because what John can do here is he can misstep. He's going to misstep this on the blade.
And there's the 2 life for the misstep.
But the problem is Moorland Haunt still exists.
Yep.
Now, I might actually main phase
it,
do that.
yeah.
To get it, in
End
case
of your
Gut
turn-
Shot shows up.
End of your Turnitis kills.
Yeah. Right, he just took 4 damage he didn't need to take because he didn't main phase that.
I bet you it's going to be a Vapor Snag on the image.
Sure.
And then we see in hand, John has a blue-white land, Seachrome Coast. It's coming to play tapped, but it's still a land.
Yeah. I mean, John at this point only has to deal with the sword.
It's a big deal, though.
It's a very big deal. John's also slowly emptying his hand, which makes the sword hit a little less, still a little less imposing. It's like might be manageable by the time that sword actually connects.
And we
And
see a token.
he's going to take this one. He doesn't have a way around it.
There is a mental misstep and ×2, I believe, in his hand. And then also,
It's Tau and also Talrand.
I think a Snapcaster. We see the Snapcaster here. Vapor Snag on the token.
This card is so good. One of the tricks to Delver Mirrors is playing Delver well is to draw a lot
Of Snapcasters.
Snapcaster mages. I'm wondering what the blue is doing here. So he'll ponder off his island. Mana Leak, and some other cards.
Three Moon Ponder.
Yeah. Now, if he keeps a Geist, that won't be as good because John actually does have a Geist. He'd prefer to keep something like Blade Splicer, would be a great card. He did not So interesting, he kept a card that was not a creature.
Four mana Talrond.
Yep. Talrand Sky Summoner.
It works.
Now pressure is
John
on
is like,
Shane.
Do I... He's like, you might have an angel.
And he does have
And he
an angel.
does.
Good catch by John Pennick. Angel's going to get equipped with a sword and swing.
In for 5.
For potentially 8.
And
So
2, 3 more damage.
Drops John to 7. Shane's going to leave up Moorland Haunt. Pass back. We see a Delver of Secrets by John. John Pennick's hand is 2 Geist of St. Traps, Delver of Secrets, and I think a Mental Misstep.
Yeah.
Not much to actually turn on this Talrand.
Well, I don't mind casting a Delver, and then...
He's just got to get cards out of his hand.
Casting a Delver and then mental misstepping it.
It may be I think Delver Misstep it is the only way for him to not die, actually. He's got to create a stream of Chump Blocker and then cast Geist. Shane may have a mana leak here. Remember, there was a mana leak in his top 3.
Wow.
Are
there any 1s in John's hand? Mana leak is in Shane's hand.
That was a Delver, I believe.
Oh,
John.
John.
Shane Bottomer wins that one. 2 games to 1. Yeah, I think John misses that. He could have had a potential blocker there if that was a Delver. Tough draw, tough break room. So Shane wins on the Mulga 5. There's a Delver's a good deck for doing that. So I think Shane Bottomer advances, we believe, to 4-0. John Pennick will drop 2, 3, and 1.
This goes again back to that thing that we've seen a lot.